Welcome to Star Bios, where we delve into the fascinating lives of the world's most captivating celebrities. Today, we're going to explore the remarkable journey of a musical icon, a true original, and a beacon of creative genius, John Lennon. With his quick wit, sharp intellect, and innovative artistry, John Lennon left an indelible mark on the music world and beyond. From his humble beginnings in Liverpool to his rise as a global phenomenon, John's story is one of talent, turmoil, and transformation. Born on October 9, 1940, during the tumultuous years of World War II, John Winston Lennon entered the world in the midst of chaos. The sound of air raid sirens pierced the air, and the smell of smoke and ash hung heavy over the city. His mother, Julia Stanley, and father, Alfred Lennon, welcomed their son at Oxford Street Maternity Hospital in Liverpool, England. The hospital, a sturdy Victorian building with tall windows and a grand facade, stood as a testament to the city's resilience in the face of war. As John took his first breath, the city outside was a whirlwind of activity, people scurrying for shelter, soldiers marching through the streets, and the distant rumble of bombers overhead. The city of Liverpool, though battered by wartime bombings, would become a pivotal character in shaping John's early life and future artistic vision. The Liverpudlian accent, with its distinctive rhythms and cadences, would later influence John's singing style and lyrical delivery. As a child, John would often listen to the sounds of the war, air raid sirens, explosions, and the murmur of anxious conversations, which would later seep into his music and inform his worldview. The war-torn landscape of Liverpool, with its rubble-strewn streets and makeshift shelters, would also instill in John a sense of resourcefulness and adaptability that would serve him well throughout his life. John's childhood was marked by an unconventional family dynamic. His father, Alfred Lennon, was a merchant seaman who spent long stretches at sea, leaving Julia to care for their young son alone. When Alfred was present, their relationship was strained, with arguments and silences that left John feeling anxious and uncertain. Julia, on the other hand, was the epitome of warmth and creativity, encouraging John's early fascination with music. She taught him how to play the banjo, her fingers deftly guiding his small hands over the strings as they sat together in their cozy living room. The Stanley family, John's mother's side, played a vital role in his upbringing, providing a sense of stability and nurturing his artistic inclinations. John's maternal grandfather, George Stanley, was a kind and gentle man who regaled John with tales of adventure and bravery. He would take John on long walks through the Liverpool docks, pointing out the ships and sailors that came from all corners of the globe. These stories sparked John's imagination, filling him with a sense of wonder and curiosity about the world beyond his neighborhood. Julia's sister, Mimi Stanley, also played an important role in John's life, offering a steady supply of love, support, and criticism that would help shape his artistic vision. Growing up in the working-class neighborhood of Woolton, John attended Dovedale Primary School, where he developed a penchant for drawing and writing stories. His early education was also marked by a series of mishaps and misbehaviors, which would become a hallmark of his rebellious personality. As a young boy, John was fascinated by the world around him, the bombed-out buildings, the vibrant markets, and the lively music scene that permeated the city streets. He would often sneak out of school to explore the city, marveling at the street performers and musicians who seemed to appear out of nowhere. The post-war Liverpool landscape was a hotbed of cultural activity, with the city's ports bringing in exotic goods, ideas, and sounds from across the globe. The smell of saltwater and tobacco filled the air as sailors and travelers disembarked from ships, carrying with them stories and songs from far-flung lands. This unique blend of influences would later shape John's eclectic musical tastes and his ability to craft songs that were both deeply personal and universally relatable. As he navigated his teenage years, John became increasingly drawn to rock and roll, skiffle music, and the emerging British folk scene. He spent hours listening to records by Elvis Presley, Buddy Holly, and Chuck Berry, trying to decipher the secrets of their songwriting and performance styles. John's friends, including Pete Shotton and Ivan Vaughan, shared his passion for music, and together they formed a skiffle band, playing lively sets at local parties and gatherings. These early performances helped John develop his stage presence and charisma as he learned to connect with audiences and convey the emotions that drove his music. John's early life was also marked by tragedy, including the loss of his mother at the age of 17. Julia's untimely death in a car accident would have a profound impact on John's emotional landscape, influencing his music and informing his complex relationships with those around him. The day of her funeral was a blur of tears and grief, as John struggled to come to terms with the loss of the woman who had been his guiding light and creative inspiration. This pivotal event, though devastating, would become a catalyst for John's creative growth as he began to channel his emotions into his art. The historical context of post-war Liverpool, with its vibrant cultural landscape and resilient community, played a significant role in shaping John's character and future path. With his unique blend of wit, intelligence, and artistic vision, John Lennon was poised to make his mark on the world, and his journey was only just beginning. As John Lennon's musical ambitions began to take shape, he met Paul McCartney at a church fete in Woolton on July 6, 1957. The warm summer air was alive with the sound of laughter and music, as the two young musicians discovered a shared passion for rock and roll and American folk music. They quickly formed a strong bond, with Lennon drawn to McCartney's melodic sensibilities, and McCartney impressed by Lennon's acerbic wit and poetic lyrics. As they talked, their eyes sparkled with excitement, and their conversation flowed effortlessly, like a gentle stream meandering through the rolling hills of Liverpool. The partnership between Lennon and McCartney would go on to produce some of the most iconic and enduring songs in popular music, with their collaborative efforts yielding hits like "I Saw Her Standing There," "Please Please Me," and "From Me to You." As they honed their craft, they drew inspiration from a wide range of sources, including Buddy Holly, Elvis Presley, and Bob Dylan. Lennon's fascination with the latter's poetic lyrics and socially conscious themes would have a profound impact on his own songwriting style, as he began to explore more complex and introspective themes in his music. The two musicians spent countless hours poring over records, analyzing the chord progressions, melodies, and lyrics of their heroes, and using this knowledge to inform their own unique sound. In 1960, Lennon and McCartney, along with George Harrison, Pete Best, and Stuart Sutcliffe, formed the Beatles, a band that would go on to revolutionize the music industry and leave an indelible mark on popular culture. The Beatles' early years were marked by a series of gigs in Hamburg, Germany, where they developed their stage presence and honed their musical skills. It was during this period that Lennon's irreverent wit and sharp tongue began to make headlines, as he frequently clashed with the band's management and engaged in public feuds with the press. The gritty, seedy atmosphere of Hamburg's Reeperbahn district provided a fertile ground for the Beatles' growth, as they played countless shows, often until the early hours of the morning, and soaked up the city's vibrant energy. One notable example of Lennon's quick wit and sarcasm can be seen in his response to a journalist who asked him about the Beatles' music. "We're not just a rock and roll band, we're a movement," he quipped. This statement, made in 1963, would prove to be remarkably prescient, as the Beatles' music and cultural impact began to transcend the boundaries of traditional rock and roll. The journalist's question had been meant to provoke a straightforward answer, but Lennon's response was characteristic of his mischievous nature, always looking to challenge expectations and push the boundaries of what was possible. In 1962, Brian Epstein, a local record store owner, discovered the Beatles at the Cavern Club in Liverpool and became their manager. Epstein's guidance and vision played a crucial role in shaping the band's image and sound, as he encouraged them to adopt more polished and refined stage presence. The following year, the Beatles released their debut album, Please, Please Me, which shot to the top of the UK charts and launched the British invasion of the US music scene. Epstein's influence extended beyond the music itself, as he helped the band navigate the complexities of the industry, securing lucrative record deals and booking high-profile gigs. As the Beatles' popularity soared, Lennon found himself at the forefront of a cultural revolution that was sweeping across the globe. His music, along with that of his bandmates, spoke to a generation of young people who were eager for change and hungry for new ideas. With songs like All You Need Is Love and Strawberry Fields Forever, Lennon tapped into the zeitgeist of the times, capturing the mood of a generation and inspiring countless fans around the world. The Beatles' music became a soundtrack for the summer of love, as young people from all over the world converged on San Francisco's Haight-Ashbury neighborhood, seeking to create a new society based on peace, love, and freedom. In 1966, Lennon met Yoko Ono, an avant-garde artist who would become his partner in both life and art. Their relationship was marked by intense creativity, as they collaborated on music, film, and visual art projects. Ono's influence on Lennon's work was profound, encouraging him to explore new sounds and themes, and to push the boundaries of what was possible in popular music. Together, they created some of the most innovative and influential works of the 1960s, including the Unfinished Music Number Aging 1, Two Virgins album, which featured experimental soundscapes and provocative lyrics. In 1967, the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, a groundbreaking album that is widely regarded as one of the most influential records in history. The album's innovative production techniques, conceptual themes, and eclectic mix of styles helped to redefine the possibilities of popular music and cemented the Beatles' status as one of the most innovative and influential bands of all time. Lennon's contributions to the album were significant, including the iconic A Day in the Life track, which featured a haunting melody and poetic lyrics that explored the human condition. As the 1960s drew to a close, Lennon began to focus more on his solo career, releasing the critically acclaimed Plastic Ono Band album in 1970. The album's raw, emotional sound was a departure from the Beatles' more polished work and featured songs like God and Mother, which explored themes of spirituality, identity, and social commentary. Lennon's music had always been marked by its honesty and vulnerability, but this new chapter in his career saw him pushing the boundaries of his art even further, experimenting with new sounds and styles, and tackling complex, often uncomfortable subjects. As the 1970s progressed, John Lennon continued to produce music that was both deeply personal and universally relatable, a testament to his ability to craft songs that transcended time and generations. His iconic album, Imagine, released in 1971, stands as a beacon of his genius, with its title track becoming an anthem for peace activists and dreamers worldwide. The song's soaring melody, coupled with its simple yet powerful lyrics, resonated deeply with the global community, echoing Lennon's own sentiment. "You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one." This phrase captured the essence of his music and legacy, embodying the idealism and hope that defined an era. The creation of Imagine was a pivotal moment in Lennon's career, marking a shift towards more introspective and philosophical themes. The album's cover art, featuring Lennon standing in front of his white piano at his Tittenhurst Park estate, has become an enduring image of the artist. The songs within, including Jealous Guy, Oh Yoko, and How Do You Sleep, showcased Lennon's mastery of melody and his willingness to confront complex emotions head-on. As he delved deeper into his own psyche, Lennon's music became a reflection of his growth as an individual, tackling themes of love, loss, and social commentary with unflinching honesty. In the late 1970s, Lennon took a hiatus from music to focus on his family and personal life, seeking a sense of normalcy after years of chaos and turmoil. This period of domesticity allowed Lennon to recharge and refocus, away from the spotlight's glare. He spent his days playing with Sean, cooking meals, and tending to his garden, finding solace in the quiet rhythms of family life. As he navigated this new role, Lennon discovered a deeper sense of purpose and fulfillment, one that balanced his creative ambitions with his personal responsibilities. Tragically, Lennon's life was cut short on December 8, 1980, when he was shot outside his New York City apartment building by a deranged fan. The news of his death sent shockwaves around the world, as fans mourned the loss of a brilliant musician, a passionate advocate for peace and human rights, and a complex, multifaceted individual. The outpouring of grief was a testament to Lennon's profound impact on the lives of those who had been touched by his music. As the world struggled to come to terms with the senseless violence that had taken his life, Yoko Ono released a statement saying, "John loved and prayed for the human race. Please do the same for him." In the years since his death, Lennon's legacy has only grown, as his music continues to inspire and influence new generations of artists and fans. His message of peace, love, and social justice remains as relevant today as it was during his lifetime, a powerful reminder of the enduring power of creativity and imagination to shape the world. As Yoko Ono has said, John's spirit is still with us, and his music will continue to be a source of inspiration and comfort for people all over the world. The countless tributes, covers, and references to Lennon's work in popular culture serve as a testament to his lasting impact on the music industry. Today, John Lennon is remembered as a musical genius, a cultural icon, and a symbol of the transformative power of art to change the world. His life was marked by both brilliant successes and tragic failures, but through it all, he remained true to his vision and his art. Lennon's story serves as a powerful reminder of the human spirit's capacity for creativity, resilience, and transformation, inspiring us to strive for a world where love, peace, and imagination reign supreme. He was a cultural catalyst, challenging societal norms and pushing boundaries through his art and activism. His commitment to peace and human rights continues to inspire new generations of artists, activists, and fans, reminding us that our individual actions can collectively create a more just and compassionate world. As we navigate the complexities of our own time, Lennon's music and message serve as a beacon of hope, guiding us towards a brighter future where creativity, love, and imagination know no bounds. That's all for today's Star Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Casey Gold reminding you to keep shooting for the stars.